Hi guys, and welcome back to Mani-centric. We are here today doing a little mani with some stamping, some gradient, and some flaky. So let's get started. So here we are using the concealing base coat from Maniology. I chose to use this one because I feel like even in the viewfinder it pulls a little lavender. And before I forgot, stay tuned. I've got a huge announcement at the end of the video, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So we're going to run through this mani pretty quickly and have a couple of notes on the screen for you. So as you guys could see, I did one coat of the base coat, and then I'm going to be using Rising Violet by Ella Mila and Luminous Lacquer's Honeybee. And what I'm planning on doing is a quick gradient, but I'm going to also go ahead and make sure that I put little notes in as far as how many times I sponge it. And as you guys can see, I'm applying the polish right now. Also, I wanted to say, if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for visiting, and I hope you enjoy this video so much, and I hope that you'll consider subscribing and hitting the notification bar so that you know when I do a new upload. And as you guys can see real quick, I did go ahead and dab that on my silicone mat, and that's just because I find that the very first application of polish on the sponge tends to like sit on top of it, so it goes on kind of goopy. So I just dab it for the first time, and then we're pretty much good all the way through. And if you are not new to my channel and you're coming back, thank you so much for watching my videos and enjoying hanging out with me. I really appreciate your time, and I really appreciate you guys' comments. Comment down below if you like gradients or if you're still kind of like, they're kind of complicated for you. And if you can, just let me know if that's because it's gel or if it's because regular polish vexes you. But as you guys can see, I'm going to go through my whole hand doing the gradient. And one of the things that I love about gradients is how absolutely sheer the coverage goes on. I'm not a big fan of bulk on my nail. I don't know if it's because I'm secretly afraid that it will chip quicker if it's too thick, or if it's just a thing that I saw something one time and it freaked me out. So I like to very much keep it to a minimum on my nails. And gradient allows me to mix colors, so I'm using more than one polish. It also allows me to get two colors on there mixing without a lot of bulk. And if you've watched my channel before, you know that me and bulk, we don't get along. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. But enough about that pet peeve. We are moving on, doing a little more sponging. And right now we're still on that first gradient, and I'll make sure that I do have notations to let you guys know when I'm on the first round, second round, etc., so that if you're having trouble with gradients, at least it'll give you a little bit of a guide. And yeah, I do like to let it dry in between, just because I don't like when it's wet and it's tacky and you try to sponge it on and some of it comes up or it gives it really uneven texture. That's the quickest way to avoid all of that. And as you guys can see, round 3, we are getting closer. I'm not quite where I want to be just yet. I want it to be just a little bit darker on the tips. And round 4, I'm good with this. I feel comfortable with this amount of coverage. And then I'm going to, after this, add on some top coat, just because that was one of the things that I had to learn about gradients too. They look kind of funky before you add on your top coat. Once you add on your top coat, it just seems to blend in a little bit better. So definitely do that. And now we can move on to the fun part. So here's the stamping plates that I am using. And I think stamping is pretty self-explanatory, guys. With stamping polishes, I usually just do a one swipe and go ahead and use the stamper. But when it's not a stamping polish, I found that it's a little bit easier for me if I do like several passes over it to get it to show up a little bit better on my stamper. I don't know about you guys. Let me know if it's the same for you. And I haven't really even tried with any of my indies because I'm just worried that a lot of the elements in there won't really do a great job of staying in the grooves in the stamper. But yeah, we are using luminous lacquer because if you're if you're not new to my channel and you've been watching me since this fall, you know that I've been obsessed with this yellow. So if I was going to use a yellow and not a metallic stamping polish, I had to use this one. I really wasn't feeling any of the like creamy pastels. I just wanted something a little translucent because I really like the gradient, but I wanted something complementary but not overpowering. And then I used a different plate because I wanted two different like elements. And now that I think about it, I think I would have liked the one in the second row, second from the left, a little bit better, but I'm not complaining because at least these are showing up, which I was kind of nervous about it actually, would it show up or not. And there, looks like the stamp is working out just fine, which I'm going to show you guys another little shot of that. And then I decided to add one little bit of extra with the flakies because I barely ever use these. And those are my fine tip angle tweezers by Beauty Big Bang. Honestly, I was so excited to see how this turned out because I never use flakies because I always have a hard time breaking them up into little bits, which I decided using the thin tip tweezers and using a toothpick just to hold it down breaks them up pretty nicely. And then all I have to do is pick them up with the tweezers and place them. And it is a little bit of a struggle for me because this is like maybe the second time I've used flakies. Yeah, about the second time. And now I'm choosing where to highlight around the stars and the moon, and using the flakies to do that because it's a yellow gold instead of like a white gold or a silver or even a rose gold. And here we're going to show a shot of the final product. There you go. And that's the total Mani. Now for the announcement. It is like my birthday week coming up, but not just mine. One of my favorite people in the whole world, Variety Varnish, also has a birthday coming up this week. So we're doing a collab together, and this is going to be my entry to the collab, purple and yellow. And I'm going to have the details in one of the slides coming up. So we're just gonna do a few final little touches because apparently I just could not get enough of the flakies. Once I got started, it was like, I could do it. Oh, I could use a few more. I could use just a few more. Just one more. And maybe just another one after that. And this one I was struggling with because it was just too big. And I had to pull some off because I didn't want a huge flaky. Those are on the other nails where I use big pieces. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, I'm still on the fence about flakies. They look amazing. I wouldn't say that I'm proficient at using them yet. And then I did decide to go back with like a toothpick and outline some of those stars and the moon with the luminous lacquer to go ahead and give it just a slightly more bold appearance because I wanted it to be more noticeable. But back to the collab. Variety had this amazing idea, and I have been wanting to do a collab with her forever. Ever since like I saw her, I think it was summer H&M nail haul. Ever since then, I've been excited about doing a collab. So this one is definitely the best thing in the world. So as you can see, there's the hashtag. And then the rules are as follows. Just do a mani using yellow, purple, or both. Tag us both on Instagram and then post by the 31st. It is open to nail art and swatches, so just do your thing. All right, and final look here. Thank you guys again for watching. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I can't wait to see your creations.